Welcome one and all to this 12th episode of D Another D with me, Mike.
And me, Lilith.
And today we're going to, whatever. We've already worked today.
Isn't it the 11th though? Because this morning it was the 10th.
Oh, was it? Might be the 11th. I don't know. No, I think it's the 12th. Anyway, and if I said the 10th, I was wrong. It doesn't matter. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a localization to our game because Lilith's grandparents, and I suppose my parents, are Italian. So we need to have the game done in Italian. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use my old tutorial. Actually, this is the wrong one. We need export data from Unity. No, this one. Connect Microsoft Excel to Unity. That's what we want. This is the tutorial we're going to be using. Well, I mean, we're not going to follow it again, but you can follow it yourself if you want to. But we're going to be using some of the files from this project, which are available for anyone. So I've already opened some of the files. We got some singletons here. There's a string table manager. And then there's a static folder in the scripts. Now we will drag this static folder in here. We'll drag the singleton folder in here. Then we're going to move some more stuff in it actually. And then one thing we also need is a VBA folder. We're going to drag this one in the assets. And now we have everything ready-ish. Now I'm going to move the game manager into singletons, the audio manager into singletons. And now we're going to create a new folder called micropurpose. Micropurpose, so small stuff basically. And these three are going to go in there. Alright, now let's wait for the compiler to be done. Cool. Now, because we have a bunch of new stuff, when we open our scripts here, stuff kind of won't work. Well, it will work, but it won't open all of the ones we already had open. So Lilith, I'm not going to explain all of this to you, but in short, we're going to be using a different software to fill in a table of text. Okay? And then we're going to populate that. Use that text to populate our buttons and text on screen and whatnot. So here I had a bunch of examples. I have a bunch of languages, etc. Right? So we're going to remove French. We don't need it. We'll remove Spanish. We don't need it. Comments can stay there. And we're going to delete all of these. Now every time we press Control E, okay, this file gets changed. So you see it's got text in English, the text in Italian. Okay, so we can go and grab it. And the string table manager here needs to know which language to use. We're going to remove French, German, and Spanish from it. And we're only going to leave English and Italian. And so French can go, German and Spanish can go, and there we are. Okay, so here we got get random hint. We can remove that. This doesn't exist in our game. And everything else should be fine. I don't think we need a random color, so I'm going to remove that too. Aha, here's a bunch of variables. Okay, we are going to remove this. Replace variables. If there's no replacements, break. So this is quite a lot of code I've already written, okay? You don't have to worry too much about it. You'll see this is going to be fairly simple the way we're going to use it. Anyway, so now we need to go and fill this in. So the way we're going to deal with this is we're going to go through all of our menus. We're going to go through all of our menus and see what it is that needs text. Okay, so let's begin from the start. Title. It's got the title of the game and then a button with the word start. We're going to need both of these, right? So let's go something like, in English, we're going to hit play, exclamation mark, gioca, in Italian. Now title, game, title, let's leave that one alone. It's going to be title, start button. Now what do you see here, this stuff with underscores, this is called its ID. So this text here is going to be used as an identity for all of the stuff that is here placed horizontally. So if my setting is set to English and my start button and I request the string title underscore start underscore button, I'm going to get play. If I instead have my language set to Italian and I look for this, you see where they cross? Gioca. That's what I'm going to get. That's how this is going to work, okay?
Okay.
So the title was, what do we call it? Family album. Swapper. It's currently called Pick Swapper.
Mm-hmm.
How about Pick Swapper Family Edition? How's that?
Good.
Yeah. And let's actually translate the title, which you normally don't do, but we're gonna do it just for your grandparents. It's gonna be Scambia-Foto edizione famiglia. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Now if we export it, look what happens. See?
Mm-hmm.
It gets put in here, so it's now in the game. So now all we need to do is we need to actually make it work. Now when we go to the title, when we go to change game state to the title, you see we are activating the button. We are setting up the button, and that's fine. Now the button, when it gets set up, it has a text, so it should know which text to populate, what to write in that text. So we're gonna do it right here. We're gonna switch by button type. Okay, and depending on the button type, it's going to say something. So it's gonna say TM text. Here's the start game, right? This is the button. Set text. We've done this before. And now we need to change this a bit. We need to go to string table manager. Get, request string. That's the one. Request string. It wants a string ID. Title start button. That's it. And this will change the text of that button correctly. Now, what about the language? Who decides which language we're on? Public current language. It's inside the string table manager. So right here, we need to wait a bit. We need to create an empty object, which we're going to call string table manager.
But there's an error here.
Don't worry about it. We'll fix it. And we are going to give it the string table manager script. Oh, whoops. To this guy. There. And you see current language is set to English? Oh no, this is not really an error. Let's ignore the text colors for now, but there it is, EN, right? So if I now press play, see it says play?
Mm-hmm.
But if I switch the language to Italian, and you press play, now it's in Italian. See that?
Mm-hmm.
That's how this functions. Now, this means we should probably have a screen that allows us to choose language as well.
Yeah, like maybe in the corner of the title. Italian, English, two buttons.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we could do that. Maybe just one button, say here.
With two little, maybe.
No, and you could just click it and it keeps on cycling the languages.
Yeah, maybe. That would be.
Yeah, we could do that. Okay, that's a good idea. Let's go and do it right now. But anyway, you see how this works, right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to have to do it for everything. Now, inside our title, BG, inside the BG, we're going to have to add one of those little windows. Let's go to credits, middle, pick. Okay, duplicate this pick. Let's drag it in the title. Okay, there it is. And this pick, okay, here's the pick title. We're gonna put this pic instead of pic title. We're gonna remove this pic title altogether. Wait, before we do, I think I know. Don't worry. So here we're gonna do add component. It's got a level button on it. Whoops. Oops, we left it here too. That's gotta go away. Never mind. Okay, so pic button, rename this one to pic underscore title. There we go. And we need a layout element with a preferred height of something. I'm gonna put 10,000 for now, even though that's wrong, because this one also needs a layout element, which is apparently missing. And it needs a minimum height of say 120. And we're gonna tell it that the maximum height is going to be 80. Okay, now you can see that the pic title is a bit wonky the way it is. That's because its width is too high. Aha, I remember. So the height of this one is going to be a minimum height of 720. That's it. And now for the title, we're going to remove the layout element again. Minimum height. Okay, that's strange. How is this happening? Wait a moment. This one should be made smaller. Ah, there you go. Yeah, it was a bug. It was not doing it properly. There. So this sort of works. Now this pic title doesn't need a description. This one can go. Maybe we can even rotate it back to be like this. Okay, pic swapper. Do we want more room? Maybe we could put the start button inside the picture. I don't know. We could put the start button inside the picture.
You can make it smaller, like a little square on the corner.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to make it smaller, just put it at the bottom, it'll do. You know? So, like this. And height 100 is fine. From the right, we're gonna do 200. From the left, 200, and position 100. No, it's too much. 30. Yeah, that's probably good. So 50, whatever. There. And now the picture is wrong again. And the reason why this is because this title doesn't have a layout element. So we're going to give it a layout element, and we're going to give it a preferred height of 200 to 20,000 there. Who cares? So it's just going to push this down. But now it doesn't look very nice. It doesn't look very nice. I don't like it. Let's try this. Have a title, and this one's gonna be sort of like credits or something, and it's gonna say a game by Lilith, Zoe, and Daddy. Right? Something like that. And we're gonna make this text a bit smaller. Let's go down to 50 here. Yeah, I think this looks a bit more elegant. There's the start button, etc. Okay, now we need another pic title, which would need to go to the top. So let's create an empty, call it top. We're gonna put it up here, and we're going to take the layout element here, copy, remove, paste component is new, width, whatever. It's not letting me do there. I've got the whole width, and now the text title inside it, and we make it fit fully. There we go. Okay. So there's the top, there's that, and inside the top we can now put the flag as well. So we're going to duplicate the pic title, and we're going to put it here. Now this is going to be pic flag or something. It's going to have a mask, a window. The window is not going to have a button. Well, it kind of does need a button. This could be a bit complicated. Yeah, we need a button, but with a different flag. Okay, let's just put it there. Remove this, and I want it in the top left. There it is. The top's width, it's gonna go down a bit. Then 1800. Okay. Now the start button needs to fit fully, and from the right 1000. Something like that. 1700. Okay. The text, I'm going to hide it. Now for the buttons BG, this is going to be button language. Okay, it's going to have a different BG, and we need to find a language BG. We may, do you know what? I think we should have a completely different class for this. Yeah, it's not going to be this. Oh, damn. Daddy is getting flustered by improvising too much. I didn't expect this. This component is new. What do you mean? What's it with? 18200. Okay. 1820. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna leave that title alone over there. Now what we need to do is we need to get a reference to this text, and we need to create a new type of button. It's gonna be very similar to the other ones, but different. So I'm gonna duplicate custom button, language button. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm opening language button. Need to change its class to language button. Alright, button type, this one goes away. It's not going to be a button type. It depends on the current language. Setup, ID, etc. Now let's take the button start again and and put it here. So this one's gonna be button language. It's not gonna have a custom button. It's not gonna have a layout element. Yes, it is for now, but we'll see. So button language will have a background. Let me move it so you can see it. It's gonna have a background like this, and it needs to have a mask. So this one will be a mask. We can hide it or show it, it doesn't matter. It will not have a text. And on top of it, there will be a flag, which will not have a mask. Let's go find the flags on the internet. We're gonna use Google Images. English flag images. Okay, so we can grab the flag of Great Britain. Oh, we could make it into a circle. I like that. Okay. Wait, we probably need to go for usage rights. Did I click on shopping? Did I? Apparently I did. Usage right for use with modification. There we go. And we can grab one of these, I don't know, let's say this one. And then let's look for Italian flag. Why is there a what? Never mind. Okay, so we got the Italian flag and the English flag. Okay? So copy image. Let's go to GIMP. Paste it. Let's do a new layer. Copy image. Paste it. Okay, this one's larger, so it doesn't fit. Snap to canvas edges. Okay, let's make sure we fit it exactly right. A bit over is a good idea. Okay, there it is. That's the Italian flag. Now we're going to reduce this. We don't need this to be too large. So the width is 900. Let's bring it down to a power of 2 and a small one as well. There, 256. See, these are big enough. So let's export, and now we're gonna tell it where to go. It's gonna be under sprites in pictures, UI, and show in Explorer. There we go, this one. We go back to GIMP, we tell it go here, and this one is gonna be flag en. I forgot .png, and now we need the Italian one, flag it png. All right, so there are the two flags. Both of them need 256 and apply. So this flag could have the English flag on it. We need to preserve aspect. Okay, so now we can reduce the scale of this. We're gonna put it in the top left corner, like so. Then we're gonna move it from the leftmost position by 50, and from the top by 50. And the width we can do 160, 150. There we go. And you see how the mask is cutting this, right? Mm-hmm. And that's that, I believe, for now. But we're gonna have to make it all clickable and everything. BG flag, and if we change the flag to Italian, there, it works. Just like that. Okay?
Okay.
I don't know that it's going to be obvious that this is in fact a button, you know? So I have a slightly more interesting idea. Let's open the button BG. Let's copy, paste the layer, new layer, paste. So here's the English flag. 256, that's the width. So let's undo a couple times. Image, scale image, the height we're gonna put down to 256, I think. And then we're gonna have to play around with the various values. Okay, there it is. And I'm gonna change this one to multiply. See how this looks like now? Mm-hmm. It's multiplying with the other one. So let's export this to flag en. Export. And then this one, I'll copy the Italian flag, delete this, paste it here. Now it's a bit too extreme, and the Italian flag can be squeezed a little bit and will still work there. And now we can export this as flag IT, and there. And at this point we don't need that. We can remove this and call this one flag, and that's fine. And the button language can therefore be 100 wide. There. And there the flag can be changed from IT to EN. The EN one looks like she would like to be a little bit squeezed as well. So let's do that, and now squeeze it a little. Maybe like this. Yes. EN. Even if it's not exactly right, it's fine, right? We are there. That looks certainly better. Cool. So we got the English flag, and it does look like a clickable button. Now we will need a selection, and this one will be selection. We're going to call it that way, and it's going to be white, so none. Look at how it's a white square. Now I'm going to put it inside the flag, and I'm going to tell the flag that it's going to have a mask. So it's going to, you see, smooth the edges. Now the selection, I'm going to decrease how loud it is. So let's do 0.35. So when you hover it, it's going to make the selection appear. Okay?
Okay.
Let's do 5 from the left. How about 2? 1, 1, 1, 1. I just want those borders to look a little bit less stupid. I'm going to change the selection. Sprite. And I'm going to put 0, 0, 0, 0 again, and I'm going to tell it it's going to be a button BG. There you go. And 0.35. Aha, that looks much better. Because then the black borders remain untouched. Okay, good. Now, button language. Let's start working on this guy. I'm going to be doing a lot of the typing today, Lilith, because we're running out of time. Alright? So setup ID. We don't need an ID. We don't need an active. We just need setup. Color, button selection colors. We do need that. Image BG. We do need that. We don't need a text. But we do need the various images. So we are going to create a public sprite language flags. Something like that. Okay?
Okay.
Setup button doesn't need an ID. We can remove the ID. The BG's transform find BG. It's called flag, not BG. Flag. Let's also rename it to flag. So go and find the flag. Okay, then we need the selection. We're going to need a private image selection. Alright. Selection equals. It's going to be very similar to this, except it's going to have flag first. Dot transform selection. Get component image. Alright. No text. No switch. Change selection state is going to be necessary. Yes. Setup is true. On pointer down. Press button. That's fine. Hovered. And unhovered. That's fine. Change selection state. SS flag dot color. Incorrect. We're gonna have a different setup for this. It's not gonna be the color of the flag we're changing. We're gonna change the color of the selection. And it's going to be button selection colors. That's fine. We're gonna leave that alone. And TM text, there's nothing about it. Now when you press it, we are going to change language. That's what's going to happen, and there's no activation. Now, to change the language, we need to access the string table manager. We need to change this. Okay? So when we set up the button, we are going to have to change the language of the button as well. So let's go to string table manager, and here we're going to create a public void change language. And we're going to request a language specific equals English. otherwise int direction equals 0. Alright, so we're gonna check if specific is none equals -1. None. If specific is different than language.none, else if it's language.none that we're requesting, then we'll worry about direction. If direction is higher than 0, then something else. If direction is lower than 0, then something else. Else direction is also 0, we're gonna say that the current language is going to be English. Equals English. So if everything's broken, nothing works, then we're gonna go to English. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so specific is gonna be current language equals specific. So if we're requesting a certain language, which we may do from saving. Okay, now current language plus plus goes up. Right? Now we need to check if the current language is higher. Well, we need to change it to an int, I guess. So the current language is gonna go up if we go direction up. If the current language is higher than the maximum amount of language, so it will be system enum get values type of the enum language dot length -1 actually, because none doesn't count. So at that point, suppose you're on language 1, which should be Italian. If you go on, will go become 2. If 2 is higher than the length, higher or equals to the length of 2, then we need to say current language equals language.english. Okay, now if instead we're going down, then current language, remember how you go down, minus minus. And now you need to check if current language is lower than 0, then we need to go to the highest possible language equals, and it's going to be language of the length of languages -1. So at the moment the length of language would be 3. Okay, not -1 but -2. We need to remove none as well. Okay, that's good. Otherwise it goes down. Yeah, that's fine, etc. So we have all of the languages correct. Okay, change language. This is good. So when you click the language button, it's going to go to string table manager script change language, and it's going to have a direction of 1. So every time we click that button, it goes to the next language, whichever one it is. Okay?
Okay.
Now, after we change the language, we also need to set up the language of the button. So we need something like void setup language, or language, as I misspelled it, language, and we're gonna say flag dot sprite equals language flags int string table manager script current language. So we're grabbing the current language and taking the correct flag and giving it to the flag thing. So we set up the language here, and we set up the language here as well when we've changed it. Now, there's a small problem. Every time we change the language, we need to also go to the title. So we should say game manager script change game state title. The reason why we should do this is so all of the text on the screen gets updated. because this thing updates the text. And if we've changed the language, then all of the strings need to change. And you see here, it goes to setup button and activate button, and we still need to deal with the texts. Let's do it right here. Okay, as you can see, we haven't done it. All right, so in the title, we're gonna need two texts. One is game title, and the other one is title credits. And TM title set text, and it's string table manager script request string ID game title, right? And for the other one, we're gonna need a new text, which we don't have yet. It's the one made by blah blah blah. So for now, let's just put the title, but let's go and create the new text. Title game credits, a game by Lilith, Zoe, and Daddy. Let's go. Presentato. There you go. Okay, so I can export that, and now it will magically exist because of all of these tools are prepared in advance. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
So let's quickly wait a moment. There, game screens, level, blah blah blah. There they are. They're missing. So we need those two texts. And text title goes right here, and then text credits goes right here. Now one more thing we need to get access to is the language button. So we're gonna have a public language button language. Okay, and button language, when you are in here, dot setup button. There's a bit of a risk here. Not really. It would only need to happen on first boot. Do we have a first boot? I don't think so. Okay. I think there would be a conflict here. Okay. So we're missing. We got some null refs. Button. Yeah, we forgot to tell it what the button language is because I'm a potato. Button language. Oh, button language doesn't actually have language button. Doesn't have this, which it needs to have, and we need to tell it the flags. So there's two flags. The first one is English. The second one's Italian. And then we need button selection colors. There's two. There's, well, three technically. There's unhovered, hovered, and everything. So unhovered is like this. Hovered is like this. And selected, I suppose we can do 0.5 white there. All right, let's test it again. Okay. We still have a null reference. Button, what? Oh, I forgot to assign it again. Daddy. There. All right, let's go. Ta-da! Okay, so it's in Italian now. See? And if we click it, see how it flips? There's one small bug. It doesn't highlight the button. And the reason why that is because it gets a reset there. So I'm thinking about getting rid of this setup somehow, or at least letting it know that it's the first boot. Yeah, so let's do that. Private bool first boot equals true. So when you first launch the game, this variable is going to be on true. And we're going to say if first boot setup button, and then first boot equals false. So this one doesn't get called again. And if it's first boot, we should probably tell the string table manager which language we should be in, and we should possibly save that language. But that seems complicated. Well, it's not that complicated, but I don't know that I want to do that now. So we're just going to go with that. We're going to leave it as it is. And we're going to tell the string table manager that by default, it's going to be English, not Italian. So let's hit play. Now it's in English. And you see now it's still highlighted if I click it, which it wasn't before. And there we go. Alright, so now we can go here and you see that everything is still in English. That's because we need to set everything up still. So it's quite a bit of work we're going to have to deal with. But this one is done and the localization support is done. So let's go to the menu and check it out. Right? So this is for the information. We should possibly change that question mark to credits so it's clearer. Right? So let's increase the scale of this like so. Okay, and let's also go to the quit button and let's increase the scale of that one as well. So 250. Now we need to worry about the word credits in Italian because it's long. It's riconoscimenti. Huh? That's a long word. Yep.
It'll have to be bigger.
Yeah, wait, I also need to move it from the right and left a bit, which is something we have never had the need to do, and now we suddenly do. So riconoscimenti, let's see if we can make the button a bit bigger, but let's not exaggerate. 300, something like that. Okay, and the quit button should also be 300. So instead of the X, there will be like esci, like esci, like this, or in English, quit. Okay. So now we go here. We're gonna say main menu button credits. Okay. And main menu button quit. And for the credits, it's going to be credits and riconoscimenti. And for quit, it's quit and esci. Like that. And then what else do we have in the main menu? We have all of these buttons, then we have the page. That one is going to need a variable as well. Main menu page. And it's going to be page and then number slash total. Something like that. And in Italian it's going to be pagina number total. That's good. Alright, that's the page done. Now we have the little symbols. Those are going to be the same. So main menu pay button page left, and then you have one for right, and for page left and right we're going to have left is going to be this symbol and right is going to be this symbol. Let's export this and let's set it all up. Now, in the game manager, we have gameplay quit. Oh, so actually, rather, all of the buttons are going to set themselves up for custom button. Menu credits. Menu credits. Menu quit. Okay, then we have S, M, and L. Now for all of those, we would need to have something like that. So main, menu, button, small, S, S. We're gonna leave it as S, even in Italian, even though in Italian small isn't small. Medium, large. But for clothes, Italians can use the same letters, so we're gonna use the same concept. All right, I've exported. So we've got small, medium, large, small, medium, large. All right, and we should be done with that bit, but we are still missing the text. At least I think we are. Let's see it. Yeah, there is no text for the page, which is something we haven't even coded yet. Right, so it's gonna be menu page. So let's go here, and in the menu we're gonna say text menu page equals well, set text, and for now page. Now the problem with this is, you see it's got these square brackets. These mean variables here. So I'm gonna have to replace that number in that total with something. And so I'm going to change the way this works a bit. I'm gonna say string table manager, replace variables, and this is gonna be my text. New string 2. One of them was number, I think, and the other one was total. Not expecting you to pay much attention anyway. String 2, and this one is gonna be, for now, I'm going to say 1, and then asterisk, doesn't matter. And I'll close a round bracket, and that'll do. So I will replace the word number and the word total with 1 and an asterisk. Actually, let me put A and B. This is just so we know it doesn't work. All right, we can't press play yet. We are missing some buttons. So TM menu page. Oh, I forgot the menu title. Never mind. We need that too. What a pain in the bum. Menu title. I forgot it here as well. Main menu title. Main menu. Menu. We don't put accents to it. Principale. I think that's correctly spelled. Okay. Menu title. Again, set text. This one has no variables. Menu title. There we go. And now we need to set them. So there they are. The title, text menu, and the page is in the bottom, text page. There we go. Level buttons, level size names. Should be fine. So let's hit play. In Italian. Riconoscimenti. Esci. Left, right. Pagina AB. You see that's correct. Okay, and menu principale. So it's all correct. That menu principale is a bit too fat. Can we make it a bit smaller? Oi, huge size. 60. There we go. That's much better. Text page is what, 60? Go down to 50. There. Cool. Now I don't know if the S, M, and L have been set up correctly, but I don't see any reason why they shouldn't be, but let's test it. Let's replace this with A, oh bummer, A, B, C. Excel, can you stop trying to be intelligent for me? Thanks. You will keep trying to be intelligent, which is annoying. So now I should say ABC, and it does. Cool. ABC. So let's undo. Okay, export, save. Good, so we're done with this menu as well. Everything has been done. Let's move on to the next menu. Next screen, which is the gameplay screen. Now the gameplay screen has a level title, which, as we know, the level titles are currently taken from level info, but that's a problem because they need to be translated. So we need to put the level titles all in our document. That's one important thing. We've got a few buttons here. There's a quit button, there's a view pick. So let's change that quit button from it having an X to it being larger, actually. So width. No, let's leave it. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, so we're gonna need this button to have an X, this button have view pick, we need that one to be continue, we need that well done, we need a bunch of things. So, gameplay button continue, continua, gameplay button view solved. What did we have? View pick. Yeah, it needs to be short. View solved. Vedi soluzione. This one's gonna be long, man. Vedi soluzione is really long. So let's quickly try it. In the panel, view pick, text, vedi soluzione. Look at how long this is. Okay, so let's immediately tell it do not wrap, and let's also 20 and 20. That looks acceptable. Let's leave it that way. All of the buttons should have their text actually with those margins, you know. Some of them are prefabs. I can't tell which ones are not. Darn it. We're gonna do them one by one as we go along. We should have had a prefab for the buttons, but we didn't. So that's an issue. Okay, so we've done that. We've done the continue. We haven't done the quit. So it's gonna be button quit. Let's call this one generic button quit. Yeah. So generic button quit, big cross like this. That's what we have. Now let's quickly check on the custom button. Okay, so view solved, gameplay quit, generic button quit, view solved, continue, button continue, level solved quit is gonna have generic button quit, credits quit is gonna be generic button quit, maybe. Actually, we should probably have something different, whatever. And level solved view description, that's a question mark. So generic button question. Now it's gonna go, oh, this doesn't exist. It's all right, we're gonna create it right now. Question. And now it exists, and now it's happy. Okay, so this is all of the possible buttons solved, apparently, like all put together correctly. Now there's the well done text. Gameplay, and also the title. Gameplay level title. And this one's gonna have to have some variables. So it's going to be level, and then we need a number, then we need a hyphen, then we need a title, Then we need another hyphen. Then we need a... Yeah, no, just a hyphen is fine. And then we need a size. So it's going to be just like this, only the word level gets translated. Okay. Now, for this title, there is a place where we put it together. It's going to be something like this. There. Right here. So we need to completely rebuild the way this is done. So we're going to say set text and close this like that. And now we're going to have to go to string table manager script to replace variables. And the first part is string table manager script request string, and the string ID is level title. And then we need a string for variables, and there are 3. And they were number for the level number. Then there was title for the level title. And then there was, what was the last thing? Size. Size. And then new string 3. And of these we have the level number, the title, which is in the wrong place, but for now let's leave it there. And then the level size. Oh, level size names is also wrong. It's current level size. Okay, it's going to be string table manager script request string small. Okay. Okay, give me a second. 1, 2, 3 down, and then 1, 2, which is wrong, 3. So this is going to be int string small plus current level size. Close this. Open one. String ID. Close another round. And close a squiggle. Okay, look. And now we can get rid of this. Now the problem is the level titles are wrong. We need to write them down. So we're gonna have level title 0. And then level title 1. And so on. There's gonna be a bunch of level titles, right? However many we have. We're also gonna need a level description. Let's change it. Let's go to level 0 title. Yeah, like that. Oh, but yeah, that's gonna be a pain after, isn't it? Never mind, I preferred it before. Yeah. Desk for description. 1, and then a bunch of them. So I don't remember what the order of our levels is, but it doesn't particularly matter too much. We are going to say the first one was Daddy's Lotus, and then La Lotus D, right? And second title, third title, fourth title, fifth title, sixth title. Doesn't matter if there are typos, it's not important. Secondo titolo, terzo, quarto, quinto, sesto. All right, and this one's gonna be Daddy drove this all the way from Toronto, May 2019. La Maggio 2019. Okay, there we go. And then second desk, third desk, fourth desk, fifth desk, sixth desk, and secondo da desk, terza desk, quarta desk, quinta desk, sesta desk. Okay, so we've got all of the some titles and some descriptions. Now there's an issue. We're gonna have to go and find these, and it's not gonna be obvious. So we're gonna create a method here called public string ID get title from level ID, and it's gonna need an int level ID, and we're gonna need a similar thing to this for the description, get desk from level ID. Okay. And based on this, we're gonna have to return what? It's gonna be string ID. Oh, there we go. I got it. Level title 0. So we're gonna turn this to int plus level ID. Now it's important, if we do it this way, that all of these are in the exact order. That's gonna be super important. Okay, plus level ID, and casts a string ID. And the same, but we need to change the word title to desk. That's it. So that's how we can get them. Now back to what we were doing. This one's all wrong, and it's going to be string table manager script request request string, and this one is going to be string table manager script get title from level ID current level ID. Let's go check if this is actually working. Okay.
Okay.
Let's put it in Italian, just because it's easier to test. Play. Yes. La lotus di papà. Yes. See how it's found? Per risoluzione. Okay. That works. We still need to do current, best, moves, time, all of those things. The cross is working. Okay. Good. Holy moly. So much work. So there's the word moves. Before we do that, let's catch a few problems. So we gotta get rid of some stuff in the game manager that is by now obsolete, meaning it's old and we don't need it anymore. Level info. I think, let's see what level info contains. It contains the level picture. We need that, but we don't need the title. We don't need the description. We may need something like how many stars are necessary to unlock. So let's go public int stars to unlock. So let's just do that. But that's then lost certain pieces of information, and that's just fine. Level sizes is fine. Puzzle sprite is fine. Box sprites is fine. There was a string we had here somewhere. There, level size names. That one's got to go. Let's see if we're getting errors. Yeah, we're getting some. Aha! This one is constructing the level title, just like we did in the other place. And so we need to steal this, because we're going to put it here as well. And it's going to be level solved title, set text, like that. So then this one can go. Now for the level description, we need to grab it from the other place. So it's going to be string table manager script request string ID. No, actually, string table manager script get description from level ID current level ID. There it goes. No semicolon though. Okay, so that's fixed. Any more errors? No. No more errors. So the description should also be correct now, but it won't get parsed because we didn't tell it to. So there's that problem. Now we need to deal with moves, timer, all this mess. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so here, let's give ourselves a bit of room actually. So gameplay, caption, moves, mosse. Gameplay caption time tempo. What else have we got here? So a timer we used. Sure. Current and best. Okay. Gameplay caption current and then /n, right, needs to go to the next line, number, and corrente, or something like questa partita. Yeah, and then best record. Okay, anything else? Done. Well done. We don't have the well done, do we? I don't think so. Gameplay caption well done, exclamation mark, and yeah, let's change this to level complete. Level completed, exclamation mark. Okay, anything else we need? I don't think so. So we can eliminate this, save, etc. And now we need to go and put all of the captions together. So this one is gonna be string table manager script get or request string ID, and this one was gameplay caption moves. That's the one, right? And then we need a similar one for the time. Time. Alright, that's the one. Now for the best, okay, NA. That means we need a generic not available n/a n/d. That's Italian for not available. Alright, so we're gonna need to get that best, so it's gonna be well, it gets a bit complicated. So string table manager script replace variables. Which variables? Well, first of all, we need the text. String table manager script request string, and this one is string ID current gameplay caption current. That's the one. The second is new string 1, and that string is number, and the new string 1, and this string is going to be NA. So it's string table manager script request string ID not available. There it is. Okay. Now the same thing, but it's gonna be moves to string. So here, oh, and this one says current. Oof. That's wrong. We need to go with best, not current. And not with not available, but with moves to string. Okay, so that's done, I think. And there's the current ones, and we'll worry about them in a moment. What are you unhappy with? Aha. That may be an issue. Okay, cool. So that works. Now get formatted time. That's odd. So how does get formatted time know that it needs to be an A? Aha, that's how. String table manager script request string, and yeah, not available. That's the one. That's much better. Okay. Here. So best and get formatted time. Alright, that one will work, but we are going to need exactly the same story. So let's copy this guy over here. Tell it time best. Best and instead of that, it's going to be get formatted time. That's it. Okay. Now, moves current. Now we need to deal with all the current ones. So I'm going to grab this one. No, actually, wait, it's going to be this, isn't it? Yeah, and just tell it with best, change it to current, moves to string, current level moves to string, and current. Okay, and now for the time, get formatted time, current level time, time current. Okay, now all of these should finally be done, which is not bad. Alright, let's go test it. What a story. Switch it to Italian, play, select small. Ok, sì, tempo, mosse, questa partita, record, questa partita. So it's all correct. Alright. Vedi soluzione. Questa partita, it's going up. The time works correctly. So let's start putting all of this together here. Whoops. Well done, still says. Okay, so we haven't fixed that. Continue. And this hasn't been done. Oh, this one has been done correctly. The question mark probably has been done. The title of the level is correct. Boom. Not that bad. So the only one that's missing is that well done. Now my bet is that well done is not actually stored. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so we need TM level complete caption, something like that. And we need to say the TM level complete caption. That's going to happen after the solved routine is happening. So we're going to do it right here. Set text string table manager script request string ID, and this one was complete, level complete. All right, now we need to assign it to it. We need to wait a moment. There it is, level complete caption. It's missing. Side moves, pick, playfill, mask, win bar, text congratulations, boom. There it is. So this one should now say level complete. livello completato.
But how would they know that they press minus to reset the saves?
They won't. The resetting of the saves will not be available to them. It's a secret button that only we have access to as developers of the game. There's quite a lot that works that way, you know. So continue. Okay, Lotus di Papa. There you click on the question mark. I'm thinking whether we should change this to flip as opposed to a question mark. Flip photo, something like that. I think it would be much clearer. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna hide this. Show level solved. All right, there it is. BG, middle, level, window, button. So this one, we're going to increase the width of it. Okay, let's go to 400. Minimum width 400. There, could have just done this. And now the text here, we need to change its properties a bit. We need to disable that line break, and 50 is fine, but we also need to tell it it's 20 from the left and 20 from the right, and we said it's going to be something like gira fotografia, right, something like that. Gira, something like that. Yeah, will be all right. So that one is end game button flip picture gira fotografia. All right, so there's that. Game button flip picture, that's good. Now yeah, but that's a button. So as a custom button, it's gonna be very simple. Just in setup button, level solved, view desk. So flip picture, and there you go. Should work right away. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh, I'm in English. Now I can't quit. I can't go back to the level selection. So you can only do it once. It's not the best level menu flow, but that's okay. Livello completato. Gira fotografia. There you go. Not too bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So that the only thing that we're now left that's left for us to do is sorting out the pages and the fact that a level could or could not be locked depending on how many stars you have. Right? And then obviously adding all of the pictures that we haven't added yet. Huh, I'm a bit surprised. There's a bit of that dirt over there, but I thought we'd fix that.
There's more dirt in the ship.
Really? Alright. Let's see if we can find it. So in the menu, there should be in the middle these level buttons. Let's take a look.
The Lotus still has this little red.
You're right. Let's see. So that should be in the mask, BG. And the B, 3, excuse me, 3.
Now it's
better. It's not perfect, but it's better. So I think we can probably accept better. No, it sucks now. No, never mind. Let's go back to the situation we had before. A bit of dirt, that's fine. Unfortunately, the mask doesn't work as precisely as it should, which is annoying, but it is true. So, I mean, one option would be to make the window a tiny bit larger, actually. So we could do that. Now that I think about it, and that could be a good solution. So that one's dirty, but we can fix it. There you go. All the dirt is gone. Ho, that's not bad. I like it. Okay, so level solved. Where's the window? There it is. Tell it -2, -2, -2, -2. Awesome. So obviously we're hacking now. This is the typical thing that happens when you're running out of time in a particular project. You need to start hacking solutions. Not brilliant, but it is what it is. Okay, so there's the window for the play field, and then we need the side windows. Moves in time, they both have a window, and we're going to tell them they're both -2, -2, -2, -2. This is done to make things a little bit more elegant. That's the gameplay screen. The menu screen we've done. The title screen we have not done. So in the title, window, -2, -2, -2, -2, and then we have the credits, I think, which have a window, -2, -2, -2, -2. And the level solved should be the last one, unless we've already done it. Let's just go and check it. We have. Okay. One more test, and then we'll stop it for today. That leaves us. Oh wait, it's the 23rd, and technically it's already the 24th for them. So tonight we should finish this, if we can. Okay, because we kind of ran out of time. We gotta go. See, it's 4:30. So I forgot to switch languages. Play S. Do you see any dirt? I don't. Good. Keep an eye out for dirt.
I don't see any dirt.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all done. Yeah, so next we're gonna deal with these things. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again in the next one, and it will have to be the last one. It doesn't matter how much it lasts. We're gonna put photos of our family in, so that the gift for her grandparents are done. Bye.
Bye.